What's going on, YouTubers? Jay here from MJ Tech. Today coming with another bicycle unboxing, assembly, and first impressions. This one is called the Cyrusher. The model is the XF900. This is one of their most expensive models that they have available on their site right now, and it retails for about $2,400. And I'm talking about US dollars. This one here, just to give you some of the quick highlights, it has a 750 watt motor with a peak power of 1500 watts. It is made by the company Bafang. It comes with a 48 volt battery and it has 17 amp hours as well. It has a max load capacity of 330 pounds with a max range of 62 miles, which is unbelievable. Now on their site, when you dig more into it, it says between 35 and 62. I am assuming that depending on your weight and the mode that you have it set on, well, the battery will get impacted. This particular bicycle right here, it is ideal for people measuring between 5'7" and 6'6". So just keep that in mind. And it comes about 90% assembled. So here, without further ado, let's jump right into the box and see what we get inside. So let's go ahead and start here by cutting the box open. This box is quite huge. It's about the size, similar in size to the chopper style electric scooter that I received a few months ago. In here, we have another box in which this one contains, I believe, the battery. Is what it seems like. And yes, this is the battery, so we're gonna set this aside for now. It comes, check this out, it comes with a tire inflator. We get, I believe this is a size, it says right here, from 15 to 13 millimeters wrench. We get a Allen set, again the pedals, and in here we probably have the charger. See here. Wow, I am super thrilled right now. This thing is an absolute monster based on my observations. This is one of the suspension parts that I mentioned. This is the one for the rear. And here we had that Bafang motor with a peak power of 1500 watts. Of course, we're gonna have to test that later. We have here the derailleur. We have a rear derailleur. On the back, I can see it has 7 speeds. And then we have a 3-speed front derailleur or pedal derailleur. We do have hydraulic brakes. On some of the quick observations that I can already make here with this bike is that it has also an adjustable suspension, lanky lazy, I think that's what it is. And so the front side here has a quick release type of system, as you guys can observe. So we have to remove this bolt and the nuts that came with it. For this, we're gonna use the tools that came included. As I said earlier, the manuals are a little bit different to what I'm used to. It's like a big one-page type of guide explaining what to do in steps. It comes with this little protector for the pad so that they don't get together all cramped up. And now I believe we can remove it here by just pulling on it. So you get it loose first and then you simply pull it. We have it sitting on there already. Now here for the quick release is quite simple. Just remove the nut that comes with it. It is a plastic nut. And remove only this side of the spring. Make sure that the way you took it out is the way that goes back in. So one end, you're gonna run it along one side here, like so. Now from the other side, you're gonna put on that spring as well. Now we're going to hand tighten this plastic nut into the bolt, like so. And now you will see when everything is quite tight on here, make sure you keep on going until this piece goes in nice and firm, and that's it. According to the assembly guide, it is better here to install now the handlebar on the stem itself So for this, you have to loosen up these two bolts on the side. These are size number 4, and flip the stem around. All right, this was not included obviously, but since I have my own tool set, it'll make it just a little bit faster. There we go. Also, don't forget that once you get your handlebars straightened, to retighten these two 4mm Allen bolts. By the way guys, now that we got the handlebar installed, I just want to measure it here. This thing is about 29" wide. Even though we have the opportunity here to install the front fender, this is totally optional. Now this light, keep in mind that it is also the horn. So this is super important that you guys get it installed and installed properly so that everything functions as it is supposed to. The max pressure that we can put on these tires is about 20, so let's go 19, and that should be good enough. And we are done here with the inflation. To connect the pedals, now we use that same 15mm that we had on previously. You have one that has the L on it, that's for left, and then you have the one with the R on it right here, that's going to be for right. Now I believe this one here, it's a standard clockwise type of nut, and yes it is. For the left side here, similar scenario, but this time the thread is going to be counterclockwise, don't forget. For the rear bracket, we have two number 4 Allen bolts that have to be attached here. It comes, for some reason, it comes detached. I guess it's so that it creates a little bit more space inside of the box. Alright guys, so by applying a little bit of force, I was able to kind of bend it a little bit towards the back, so that way it did align properly here with the frame of the bike. And finally, for the battery side, what we have to do is obviously charge the battery using the provided charger. This charger comes with its own manuals as well, which is really nice. And this one here, let me see, it is fan cooled. It comes with some keys, and it says here push, let's see, yep, and this is how you get a charge. And this battery is made by Samsung. We have a little Samsung sticker right there. Again, 48 volts, 17 amp hours. Wow, very cool. Now here we move the key here to the unlock position, and now we simply slide the battery. We have to turn it on here from this side. There's a switch, and right there is the charger. If we press and hold here the M button, that's going to be the power key. Wow, this thing came with about 80% charge, and on this display it is giving us the odometer. We have the speedometer, then we have the PAS speed, so that's the current speed, and the wattage output coming from the motor. Now they are claiming that this can do up to 1500 watts, that's the peak power, but this will only read about 999. Right here we have the front light as well, also the horn. And yeah, let's head on to a place where we can ride it, talk more about it, and see if this thing is worth it. Beautiful day here at the Dyers Park in Florida. We got the Cyrusher XF900 all set up and ready to go. We have it powered on, and in case you guys didn't know, right here on the upper left, that's your battery. We have the odometer. We have about 12 miles on this bike. We have the speedometer, then we have the mode in which we have it, and we have the pedal assist right here. So of course we have the P settings. To get to them, you simply press and hold the arrow up and down like so. And if you press the M button, that'll take you to the next option. So right here we have one called the P08, and I have it at 100, it comes out of the box at 50. That's in kilometers, so this bike is restricted out of the box. If you want to unrestrict it, you go to 100, and that's about it. So we do have here hydraulic brakes on the front and also on the back side. The shocks, these had to be filled with air according to your weight. You have a little sticker here on the shock itself to where it tells you how much air you need to add in order to have that perfect tension. These shocks are made by Lankalisi. I never really heard of them, but they seem to be quite sturdy. I already put it a test a little bit off-roading and it did quite well. Then on the middle here we have the HLT100 shock. This is for the rear suspension, and that seems to be doing a great job with bumps. Now it is quite stiff, so it only works if you're really hitting a bump. The battery, as we know, it is a 48 volt 17 amp hour. This one is made by Samsung, and I have to say, guys, this is one of the most rugged bikes that I've seen in a while. We have a 21 speed, a 3-speed derailleur in the front, and a 7-speed derailleur in the back, giving us a total of 21 speed options. You can see right there the Bafang motor. So like I said, let's go for a quick ride here. Let's test it out and see how it does, at least in the first impressions, before we complete the full review of the bike. Alright guys, so here we're going to do several different speed tests. We're going to try the pedal assist modes. Right now we have it on 1, and on 1 we're going to go by what it says on here on the screen. It says that we are doing about 12 miles, 12.6. Now on mode 2, now it's giving us about 17 miles. Keep in mind that this is after we did the alteration on P settings, P8 specifically. Now this is pedal assist 3. You're doing now 20.8 miles an hour. Now we have pedal assist 4. This one is giving us 20, almost 25 miles an hour. And finally, pedal assist 5. This one is giving us now, let's see. We're gonna try this again, of course. So we maxed out at about 25.5 miles an hour. Now, this varies with different weights, of course. I am 225 pounds. Now we're gonna try this again. All right, pedal assist 1, same thing. We're doing about 12, almost 13 miles an hour. Pedal assist 2, okay, 17, almost 18. This is 3. We are maxing out here at 21. Here we have 4. We're maxing out at about almost 25. And then this is pedal assist 5. Like I said, we are maxing out. Look at that, we did 26 right there. Let's see if we can do a little bit faster. Come on, you can do it, you can do it. All right, we hit 27, 27, 28, 28, almost 29, guys. I ran out of road. You can see that here. So yeah, depending on your weight, it should do 32 miles tops. For the gearing, this bike does quite well. We have some levers on each side. If I press it right there on the front one, it went to the second gear. They are calibrated as well. That's first gear. And then for the rear derailleur, we also have more speeds available. We went there to 7th gear. To go down, you have another lever here, more towards the bottom side. And again, it responds very quickly. It's always better if you can help it pedal just a little bit. Since doing so will save you some battery.
I was waiting for you.
Alright guys, something cool here about the Cyrusher that I just found out is that if you press and hold here the arrow down as you are cruising, it gives you cruise control. Check that out. I no longer have to hold the throttle here. To cancel it, you press on any brake and that's it. This is cool. I like this.
I was about to follow you.
Well guys, that will conclude today's unboxing, installation, and first impressions of the Cyrusher XF900. Expect my full review coming soon. So far, for what I can see on this bike, is definitely worth every single penny. You get amazing suspension, amazing battery range. You even get a little rack here on the backside, fat tires, strong motor. This is the ultimate bike of 2022 that I at least personally have owned. Pretty sure there's better out there, but this bike is definitely worth the money. With this being said, thank you so much for watching. Subscribe for more. Click on the bell icon so that you don't miss future videos like this. And I'll see you on my next one.